Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to look into a vital topic in cybersecurity, which is firewall architecture and configuration best practices. In an age where cyber threats are becoming more sophisticated, firewalls continue to serve as the first line of defense between trusted internal networks and untrusted external environments. However, having a firewall alone is not enough. Its architecture and configuration are what determine its effectiveness. Let's explore how to design firewall architecture and apply configuration best practices to ensure our networks remain secure. First, what is a firewall? A firewall is a security device, hardware or software, that monitors and controls incoming and outgoing traffic based on predefined rules. Its core purpose is to establish a barrier between a trusted internal network and an untrusted external one, such as the internet. There are various types of firewalls: packet filtering firewalls, stateful inspection firewalls, proxy firewalls, next generation firewalls. Each of these has its place depending on the organization's security requirements. Firewall architecture refers to how firewalls are positioned within a network and how traffic is managed between zones. A good architecture provides segmentation, minimizes risk exposure, and improves monitoring. Number one, perimeter firewall. This is placed at the boundary between the internal network and the internet. It filters inbound and outbound traffic and often includes VPN access for remote users. Number two, DMZ or demilitarized zone. A DMZ is a buffer zone between the external and internal networks. Public-facing servers like web and email servers are placed here. This architecture isolates them so that a compromise doesn't grant access to internal systems. Number three, internal firewalls. These segment internal networks. For example, separating the HR department from the finance department. This prevents lateral movement by attackers within the network. Number four, cloud firewall integration. With the rise of cloud environments, firewalls are also deployed in hybrid and cloud native models. For instance, AWS security groups or Azure NSGs. Proper architecture here ensures consistent policy enforcement across environments. Number five, high availability and redundancy. Firewalls must be deployed with failover configurations. Active, passive, or active setups help maintain security and uptime during failures. Designing the architecture is only half the job. Misconfigured firewalls are one of the most common vulnerabilities in enterprise environments. Let's look at best practices for configuring firewalls securely and effectively. Number one, principle of least privilege. Only allow the minimum necessary traffic. If a port or protocol isn't required, block it. Default deny policies should be the norm. Deny all traffic, then allow specific cases. Number two, use zones and access control lists. Segment your network using zones such as internal, external, DMZ, and management, and apply ACLs to control traffic between them. Define clear rules that specify source, destination, port, and action. Number three, restrict administrative access. Management interfaces should not be exposed to the public internet. Use dedicated management networks or VPN tunnels for remote access. Always enforce multi-factor authentication for admin logins. Number four, regular rule review and cleanup. Over time, firewall rules pile up. Conduct periodic audits to remove outdated or unused rules. Consolidate redundant entries. Ensure Logging and alerting is active for critical rules. Number 5. Enable logging and monitoring. Log all traffic, especially denied traffic. Send logs to a centralized SIM for correlation, analysis, and alerting. This helps in detecting scanning attempts, policy violations, or misconfigurations. Number 6. Implement geo-blocking and IP reputation. Block access from regions or IP addresses known for malicious activity. Use threat intelligence feeds to dynamically update these block lists. Number 7. Use application-aware app policies. Next generation firewalls can identify applications regardless of port or protocol. Use this capability to allow only specific apps and block everything else, reducing exposure to risky software. Despite best intentions, organizations often fall into these traps. Overly permissive rules, that is, allowing any traffic for convenience, defeats the purpose of having a firewall. Shadow rules were new rules that are ineffective because earlier rules already allow or block the traffic. No change management, making ad hoc rule changes without documentation or approval can introduce gaps. Unpatched firmware. Firewalls, like any system, require updates to fix vulnerabilities. Avoiding these mistakes is essential for a strong firewall posture. Remember, a firewall is just one part of a layered security model. Combine it with intrusion detection systems, endpoint protection, strong authentication, and user awareness training. Defense in depth is the key to resilience. To conclude, firewall architecture and configuration are critical elements of any organization's cybersecurity strategy. A well-architected and properly configured firewall can block many threats at the edge, prevent lateral movement, and serve as a valuable forensic tool during incidents. Security is not set and forget. It requires regular tuning and awareness. By following the best practices discussed, we can make our firewalls and our networks much more secure. So until we meet next time, stay safe.